Hello everyone, welcome to another tips, tricks and combos video. I know I haven't done one of these in a while. Today we're going to talk about Drukhari raiders. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and the notifications bell just in the corner over there so you know each time we release one of these videos. Right then, tips, tricks and combos. So today is just a few tips on how to use Drukhari raiders fully effectively, and if you're playing against them, things that you should know about what they can do. So let's start off with the Drukhari Raider simple stuff. It's a toughness 6 vehicle with 10 wounds and a 5-up invulnerable save. Now, the thing is, the reason why they're so good is when you compare them to another vehicle in the game. So let's compare them to a Rhino. Let's go with a Rhino. So a Rhino is 80 points with a Stormbolter on it. A Raider is 85 points with a Dark Lance on it. That's now D3 plus 3 damage, which just seems silly. Yes, a Rhino is toughness 7, Raider's only toughness 6, but it's got a 5-up invulnerable. Now, if your Rhino or Raider is going to get shot by an anti-tank weapon, they're going to have AP 3 or more. So the Rhino is going to have a 6-up save or nothing, whereas the Raider will always have its 5-up invulnerable. Pretty bonkers again. I mean, I would pretty much pay 5 points on top of the Rhino just for the 5-up invulnerable. The fact that you got the Dark Lance on there as well is just silly. Then on top of that, you are open topped, so you can shoot out of your Raider, which is, again, amazing. Then on top of that, you have the fly keyword, meaning you can go straight over buildings and units when you move in the movement phase. The Rhino's going to get stuck. So all in all, just for the basic things that it has, the basic stats and profile of the Raider, it's just insanely great. You know, it's bonkers good value for its points. So that is the Raider as a starter pack. Now, then let's talk about the obsessions. So in my opinion, there's only really 2 ways to run Raiders. The first way is Black Heart, because Black Heart lets you re-roll 1 hit roll each time a unit shoots or fights. So now, like we said, the Raider has only got 1 shot. So, and it hits on 3s, it's got Ballistic Skill 3+. Now, if you're hitting on 3s, you've got a 66% chance of hitting. But if you're hitting on 3s with a reroll, you now have like an 89% chance of hitting. So 90% of your shots are going to go off, man. If you got 10 Raiders, 9 of them should hit. Oof, that's insane. With D3 plus 3 damage weapons. So I think that 1 reroll to hit makes them so much more reliable. Black Heart is definitely one of the ways to go. And also, they treat the Power from Pain table as being 1 turn higher than it is. So they can advance and charge from turn 1. The other way is to go Dark Technomancers. Now, Dark Technomancers is all the rave right now, and the reason why their Raiders are so good is each time the Raider fires, you can choose to enhance all your weapons. Of course, it's only got 1 weapon on it, but you can choose to enhance that weapon. Now, what happens is when you roll to hit, it's normal, and then on top of that, you get +1 to your wound roll and +1 to your damage roll. Now, imagine that. Your strength 8. So even if you shoot something like an Imperial Knight, which is toughness 8, you're going to be wounding it on 3s. And then on top of that, your damage is D3 plus 4, which is just insane. It makes your transport as good at killing big stuff as dedicated heavy support choices, which is incredible. It's just insane. So that's the other way to run it. However, if you do roll a 1 to hit, you're going to take D3 mortal wounds because you're a vehicle. So it's, you know, it's a bit of a iffy one whether you do it or don't do it. So for that reason, I prefer Black Heart just because it's the safest way of doing it. You've got a reroll to hit. Yes, you lose the +1 to wound and +1 damage, but you don't damage it yourself. So that's how you should be running them. Now, I'm going to tell you about 1 trick that I found out the other day, which I think is really, really cool. Now, it's to do with liquefiers in Raiders. So imagine you've got a unit of 5 grotesques. 5 grotesques in a Raider with liquefier guns. You want to make them Dark Technomancers because these liquefier guns, they don't roll to hit. So you can't take mortal wounds, which is amazing. They're strength 4 with +1 to wound, but then they're -2, flat 2 damage. And they've got a 12-inch range and they can shoot out of a Raider. So what you want to do first, you have this Raider. You want to put a Phantasm grenade launcher on it. It only costs you 5 points, and this is why. So when you move 14 inches. Then, of course, you advance D6, but Drukhari have a strat, and it is called Enhanced Ether Sales. And basically, you pay 1 CP, and instead of rolling for your advance, you advance 8 inches. Not even 6. You just advance 8 inches for 1 CP. So your raider that moves 14 has now advanced 22 inches up the board. You can then fire the Phantasm grenade launcher from the raider because it's an assault weapon. And then because you've shot, you can use a strat called Never Stationary for 2 CPs, and it will let your raider move an additional 7 inches after firing. So you've moved 22 inches forward, then you moved another 7, so you've now gone 29 inches forward, and then you can shoot 12-inch range flamers with your grotesques out of the raider after that. So you have a 41-inch threat range with liquefier guns that only have a 12-inch range. So you'll just catch a lot of people out with that. And like I say, guys, if you're on the other end of this, you want to watch out for this. So that is the combo I wanted to talk about today, and to just let you know how to use raiders the most efficient way. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you think there are any other tips and tricks to be known about raiders, please put them in the comments below for everyone to share. And until the next video, guys, see you later.